Today I'm going to discuss the most important topic, the war poetry part 2. The war poetry is also a very important topic and I have discussed with you in my first part of the part poetry. The First World War had a far-reaching effect on the English poetry. It provides a new source of inspiration for the poet of establishment, reputation, and brought to public notice many poets, particularly among the young men who fought in the war. Moreover, it serves as a great social document. So, this is the First World War had a far-reaching effect on the English poetry. ठीक है, it provided a new source of inspiration for the poet of establishment, reputations, and brought to public notice many poets, particularly among the young men who fought in the war. Moreover, it serves as a great social document. So, in this paragraph, it comes to know that how the First World War influenced the English poetry and inspired the poets of establishment reputation and brought to the public notice many poets and particularly among the young men उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा young men थे who fought in the war. Moreover, it is serves as a great social document और सबसे ज़्यादा social document provide करा है First World War ने. In the second paragraph, the most outstanding of the romantic idealistic war poet was Robert Brooke, 1887 to 1915. Much of the Brooke reputation is due to his remarkably good looks, his winning personality, and his premature death in the action, stifling great expectations. So these are the most important points. The most outstanding of the romantic war poet was Robert Burke, 1887 to 1958. Much of the Brooke reputation is due to his remarkable good looks and his winning personality and his premature death is action slipping great expectations. तो ये slipping करती है great expectations को जो उसकी all of the sudden उसकी young age में उसकी death हो गई थी. Another victim of the First World War, Julian Greenfell, जो कि 1818 से लेकर 1915 तक थे and maintains a spirit of the tranquility and confidence not found in the other war poets. In the midst of the fire, he can withdraw into himself and find solace in the object of nature, tree, bird, grass, stars, etc. So another victim कौन थी? The First World War की Julian Grenfell, 1818 से लेकर 1915. Maintain a spirit of tranquility and confidence and not found in other war poet. In the midst of the fire, he can withdraw into the himself and find solace in the object of nature, tree, bird, grass, star, etc. Siegfried Siegfried Saxon, um, 1883 to 1967, is the first shoulder poet to treat the war with the horrifying realism and bitter sarcastic and irony. Invalidated early in the war, he writes from his personal experience in the front. Unlike the Rupert Brooke, he does not throw any romantic veil over the reality of the war, which he depicted as a dirty mess of blood and decayed bodies. So these are the most important points and how the Siegfried Saxon the wrote the so interesting and so important poems related to the World War, the hero, the last meeting, banishment, memory, the deathbed, the poet as a hero, aftermath, suicide in the trenches. So these are the most important poems written by the Sagwet Saxon related to the World War poetry. Wilfred Owen 1893 से लेकर 1918 is the greatest of the war poet. He the usual romantic notions about war and strikes a new realistic note in his war poetry. Unlike Rupert Brooke, he does not find in shoulder exploit a sense of new cursedness and modern knightlessness. Wingford owns 1989 93 to 1918 is the greatest of the war poet. He discards the usual romantic notions about the war and strikes a new realistic notes in his war poetry. Unlike the Rupert Brooke, he does not find in the shoulder exploit a sense of new cursedness and modern knightliness. So these are the most important poets and their poetry is related to the World War. And here we have War poetry by the Wilfred Owen. Strange meeting, futility, spring offensive, Dulk at the decorum east, anthem for doomed youth, insensibility, arms and the boy, that beat and shoulder and dreams. So I hope you like this video, which is very important according to your examination point of views. And here I'm going to recall all the points in order to make you understand in a very deep manner. The World Poetry Part 2 is basically our most important topic, which have been repeated in your all exams in the UGC NET and related to the other competitive exams. The First World War had a far-reaching effect on the English poetry. It provides a new source of the inspiration for the poet of establishment and reputation and brought to the public notice many poets and particularly among the young men and who fought in the war. Moreover, it serves as a great social document. The most outstanding of the romantic idealistic war poet was Robert Burke and 1887 to 1915 तक थे ये and much of the Brock's reputation is due to his remarkable good looks, his winning personality and his premature death in the actions stifling a great expectations. The next point is another victim of the First World War, Julian Grenfell. ये 1880 to 1915 तक maintain a spirit of tranquility and confidence not found in other war poet. In the midst of fire, he can withdraw into himself and find solace in the object of nature, true nature, tree, bird, grass, stars, etc. Hmm. And Sigfrid Sassoon is also another poet of the related to the World War, who have wrought so many war poetries. The hero, the last meeting, banishment, memory, the deathbed poet as a hero after fireman's suicide in the transit, and these are the most important poets. And Wilfred Owen is the greatest of the war poet. He discards the usual romantic notion about war and strikes a new realistic note in his world in the war poetry. Unlike the repeated book, he does not find in the shoulder exploit a sense of a new cultural and a modern knightless. And the word poetry by the Wilfred Owens, Strange Meeting, Futility, Spring Offensive, Dulk at Decorum East, Anthem for the Doomed Youth, Sensibility, Arms, and the Boys, the Death Beat, and the Shoulder Reams. So I hope you like this video. Thank you so much.